I'd like to tell you how much I appreciate seeing all of you. This is a nice group considering the weather. It certainly is for me. I'm Josephine Joanne Meyer, and this is Terry Meyer, Terry Joseph Meyer. We still have the same amount of children, right?
No.
The children are in college, one graduated. And trying to stay up on my legs as we grow older.
Thank you.
I'm uptown and I'm still uptown.
Everybody. We are very fortunate to have been born when we were, and that we got to go to Fortier High School and experience. We really have a lot of love here, and I feel it. But anyway, I'm Sharon Burke, and this is my better half of 55 years. I think maybe 57. I really don't know anymore. And we have 5 daughters. And 10 grandchildren, and of the 10, 7 are boys, so I've got my little full of that, and it's been a real nice experience. And life has been good, and as my husband says, every morning we're still vertical, so that's a good thing. And that's it. But I enjoyed seeing everybody. It was really nice.
I'm class of 58, so we're keeping it in the Fortier family here, and we have 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters, and we feel very fortunate, and we still live uptown on Nashville Avenue. John is still active in sport, as active as he can be in sports. He's never given that up. He plays baseball on Saturday mornings with the group at 2A, and hopefully he'll be back playing racquetball and against the other league pair. Thank you.
Class of 54, married to Mildred, 7. Children 4, grandchildren 10. What have you done the past 57 years? I just said yes. We're still doing it. Okay, Mildred.
It was good coming here this morning to be with you all, but as I was coming back from church, I got in an accident. So, but it's okay. Everything's okay. A young boy who had just gotten his permit, but it was God's appointment, so I'm here and it's okay. So, thank you.
I graduated in 55 with the rest of you. I taught school for 26 years. I retired. Put a sister through college, and I'm enjoying retirement very much. I'm a school librarian still working.
And class of 55, and I've made a few trips living in Dallas, Atlanta, now I'm back in Washington. Last time I saw Courtney Russo was at the Bowling Bebop. Where is he? There he is. And other than that, I'm glad to see everybody, and look forward to our next 5 or 10 years. My wife's Karen. We got married in February, so I'm newlywed. Somebody got to tell me what to do now. Good seeing all.
57 years. Married to my wife, Virginia, but at the, what?
Graduated 57, 42.
She graduated in 57. We have 2 children, 4 grandchildren. I've been a practicing mechanical engineer for a long time until I retired about 5 years ago. That's about it.
Fox Clay. Class 55, married Wilma, class 53. We've been married for over 55 years. Have a son and a daughter. 2 grandsons and a great-granddaughter. After school, I was a legal secretary for 5 years. Then I was a stay-at-home mom for almost 20. Then I went to work for Mobil Oil when I was 40, and it was wonderful for about 20 years. Wilbur and I lived in Ponchatoula, Kansas, and we did since for about 25 years. We live in the middle of 40 acres. We cut a lot of grass, and he raises a lot of vegetables, and we cook it and freeze it and we put stuff away. Life has been good. It's charmed. And it's good seeing all the walls still burn.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Dugius. This is my husband, Paul Gibbs. And we have 3 sons and 1 granddaughter. And she's in high school, so she's out of life. But, is it time up yet?
No, what have you done the last 57 years?
Taught school, yeah,
Okay.
for 30-some odd years.
So you've had enough?
Well, no, we were transferred back here. We came home.
We're glad you did.
I'm glad that she invited me. I'm Dave Demaster. My wife is Charlotte. We've been married for 50 years, graduated in 1958. I retired as athletic director for the Jefferson Parish School System, and I was in education for 35 years. But gentlemen, I'd like to leave this with you if I may. This man goes to the doctor, probably goes to the doctor, he says, Doc, I think my wife is trying to poison me. And the doc says, I know your wife, take the poison.
It's always a pleasure to find old friends. My name's Kathleen, or my nickname is Cata. Ewan Harris. This is my husband, Richard Dickey, we call him. Been married 55 years also, spent 25 in the Navy. We're back home, and it's the best part is seeing friends again. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Class of 55. When I started, it was all boys, and it was a 4-year school, and I spent 4 years in high school. The first year, obviously, without a date. And the next 3 years, I couldn't get a date either. So I moved on to the other schools in the neighborhood, and then on, as I moved further out, and finally I got to Country Day, and met my wife, Nancy. And Nancy and I have been married for, Nancy Witherspoon, and I've been married for the last 52 years. We're living here in town, we never left.
I'm Gavin Gass, and it's really nice that Dick and his wife and Laura put this on. It's a lot of backstage work, I'm sure, but it's very enjoyable to be with everybody. And this is Cal, my husband, 55 years, 4 children, 7 grandchildren. We have a few football players in our grandchildren. they've gone to Mississippi College, now one's up in Albany in Tennessee. So we're busy with the grandchildren most of the time.
I'm Tom Gordon, and I graduated from Fortier55, just like a lot of y'all did. And you don't really know that you're old until you have a son that's 50 years old. He graduated magna cum laude from the Institute of Physical Therapy. In fact, he's in Baton Rouge today, taking house calls for people that can't make it to the hospital. But I have 6 grandkids and two children. My daughter graduated from UNO, and my youngest son is in the construction industry. And what we didn't do today, that I'm going to do right now, is say a little prayer for us who was able to take in the school. Said, oh Lord, please bless this thy gifts, including the bounty, and we're going to begin to receive this in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
But I'm Rochelle Green Stackett, excuse me, from Lafayette and Forte. And I was married for 49 years before my husband passed away. I have 3 children, 3 grandchildren. I worked for over 30 years in real estate, and after I finished raising my 3 children, I raised my oldest grandchild, who I'm very proud. I think that's my biggest accomplishment. He graduated cum laude from an Ivy League school, and I couldn't be more proud. But I'm proud of all of our Forte people. It's been a wonderful, wonderful association, and I don't feel any different than I did in 1955. Thank you.
I would also like to thank Baldwin, Dick, Nancy, and everybody that put this thing together. I think it's fantastic. Obviously, all the people they must have too. 5 years is a long time at our age between reunions. My name is Ward Hawkins. This is my friend Ann Perkins. We live in Beaver Springs. Fantastic place. We love Beaver. We don't want y'all to go there. We just we want to keep it as small as we can. Dick comes over and gets water. Yeah. They got the most fantastic water there is. Anyway, I have 4 children, 14 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Wow.
You're in the private.
They're all scattered. I have one in Wyoming, one in North Dakota, one in New Mexico, one in East Texas. So, but you know, when I lived in West Texas, I had a difficult time getting my kids to come visit me because I lived in a little bitty town. But since I moved back to the New Orleans area, well, they come see me all the time. You know, they don't sit around very long. You know, they can talk about it. But anyway, Sharon, I agree with you. The 50s was a fantastic decade to live in. The teenagers. I don't think there was a decade that was better. And we had a president that didn't do anything but play golf. You know, he didn't pass all the no politics.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you, guys.
I graduated in 1995, and I was going to come out to school, and I was working full-time. And I've made some progress over the years, you know.
You graduated in 95 or 55?
55.
Ah.
95 was when I bought my house.
Oh,
It took a long time to get out. Well, I took care of my younger brother and 3 younger sisters, and I got some of them to go back and graduate. Not all of them, but some of them. But I'm so proud of them, because it's like raising my own family. I feel like a lady. I got 13 nieces and nephews, and a whole bunch of grandnieces and grandnephews. I haven't met them all yet. It's so big. Even some first cousins I haven't met yet. Well, thank you.
thank you.
Hello. I'm Pat Holmes Gizerick and my husband AP. We have 4 children and 11 grandchildren. We moved from New Orleans to Picayune, Mississippi. We bought an oil distributorship there, and we ran that for many years. I want to thank everybody for all the people on the board for doing this, because it's a beautiful affair, and I thank everyone for it.
I just had one thing to say. I'm AP Gizerick, and
Hi, I'm Janet Coolidge Soche, and this is my husband. I'm 53 years boy, and we have 4 children, 2 sons, 2 daughters, 9 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. And for the most part, I was a stay-at-home mother, and then started playing golf, and Wally played longer than I have. Well, not really, but anyway. And so anyway, we've had a good life.
Thank you.
And like Rochelle said, I still feel like I did back in 1955.
Hi, I'm Dick Judich, and my bride is Nancy Kuss Judich. She was Arnold Kuss, the boys' counselor's daughter. Long story short, she told me if I'd marry her, he'd give me my telephone line. But at any rate, and I have 2 great kids. One lives in Annapolis, one in New Orleans. And the one in Annapolis has a grown daughter, and she lives in New York and is happily married. And then Richard has 3 and a great wife. And Charlie's 1, he's the oldest. Max is the 2nd, he's 11. And then Isabel is a 10-year-old girl. So in the last 55 years, I was an insurance agent with State Farm, Liberty Mutual, John Hancock, and then I played a little bit with computers since then. So, Nancy, you were class.
First of all, I want to thank the committee. Ricky, you did a terrific job. I also am pleased to come as I get the chance not only to see my classmates in 55 from Fortier, but also my classmates in Lafayette. I think we have at least 8 of us here today. Maybe I'm miscounted, but that's 20% of the Fortier graduates that are here today. Of 55 only is what I'm referring to. So, with that said, sorry that I have to leave. And Richard, thank you again. And I'm retired from the legal profession, judging. It's been 15 years since I've handled the case. Not to say that I miss it, because I don't. And I would say that I continue working, but only in a sort of more of an advisory capacity. I have several, y'all don't want to hear this, old folks homes, so nursing homes. So from that standpoint, I do stay busy with that. Sorry, my wife is not here today. As Bridget said, she's out in California with my mother-in-law, who should get out of the hospital, I'm hoping tomorrow. With that said, thank you, and y'all have a great affair here today.
Thank you, Jacob. My big Jewish. And my bride is Nancy Kuss. She was Arnold Kuss, the boys' counselor's daughter.
I was class of 59, and like Rochelle said too, when I get together with my girls, we all think we're 16, 16's a good age.
I'm Laura Lee Lyon Jackson, and I'm so glad I married somebody with a really U.S. sounding name, because Laura Lee Lyon sounded very Asian. I have girls and a boy, and I was married to the love of my life for 45 years. I lost him 7 years ago. Two of my girls decided I needed something to do, not. And so now I'm in business with two of my daughters. We have a removable, repositionable, reusable wall covering company, and I do have cards with me. I also have 5 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. And it's great to be with you all. And I hope we do this again real soon.
I have a young lady with me here that we've known each other since 6th grade. We both graduated from Fortier High School in 1955. And I'd like her to tell you her story.
All right.
My story is really too complicated to tell you, but I do have 3 professional children, and that's my greatest accomplishment, really. I'm a pharmacist, and I've been knowing him all my life. I was married for a long time. My husband died 10 years ago, and we came in touch again. We've been knowing each other since I was about 6 or 7 years old.
You're a graduate of 55?
Yes.
Because I don't have you on the roster. I don't believe.
I got my name.
You got your name tag on your special.
Oh, really? Okay, this is my friend.
It needs great, and so I'll be sure and get you on the
Yeah,
mail.
I graduated in 1955. And I'm living in Georgia now, but I didn't leave because of Katrina. I left Georgia. And it's nice to see everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
I've been in the field of educational sales since 1957. I have my own company in that area. I have 2 daughters, both are artists. One writes children's books, and the other writes, she's a painter, they both paint. I've been in educational sales for quite a while, and still am, and enjoy it a whole lot, working with children and adults, doing some of the things you just heard me do. Now, one other thing you might like to know is we do a little magic for them, too. See, this is supposed to be a disappearing handkerchief. Now, I don't know if it'll disappear because, red is not easy. That's one of the toughest colors there is. But it looks like we're putting it in there. Now, I want you to keep your eye on it. Don't take your eye. Did you see that? Now, you can't put it in this hand here and make it come out of this one. You know why? Because that's impossible. I'm telling you, you can't. Now, a lot of people ask me, how did you do that? Most magicians won't tell you how they do their magic, but I'm a little different, I'll tell you. I did it very well.
Hi, I'm Gwen McDonough White. This is my husband, Leon. I graduated in 55. He graduated in 53. We've been married 55 years. Long time. We have 3 children, 5 grandchildren. We live now in Atlanta, but we still have a house here because this is home, so we come as often as we can. And this kind of affair gets us back here, and we enjoy seeing everybody when we do. I danced, still do, taught for 50 years. Still do. I'm still working on him. Leanne was in corporate life, and we traveled all over. I'll let you tell us where we went. But we are back in Atlanta for the third time, and it's like home away from home. Our kids are all over. We have a son in Philadelphia with 3 children. We have a son in Jacksonville with 2 children. Our daughter Amy just recently moved to Jacksonville, so that's 2 kids in one place, which is cause for celebration. It's great to see all the people that we haven't seen since the last reunion, and we look forward to these.
I can't top that, but we do have 5 grandchildren, and our oldest is 2 years ago signed a professional baseball contract. And then this year he got hit in the head and almost lost his eye, and so he's been out of commission. So he's at the moment he's sitting on the bench, and I don't know how long he's going to be there, but we enjoy following him and watching his games and all other things.
I'm Louise Nicholson Schacksnyder. He's my husband of almost 52 years, Thomas. We have 7 children. We lost one in 2001, but now we have 6 children. And we have 10 grandchildren. We live in the New Orleans area in River Ridge. And all my kids live in the state, thank goodness. This is Tom, and he's the father of our kids.
I'm Peggy Osborne Richardson Bixby. This is my sister Carol Osborne Marshall. She's a class of 59. I'm a class of 55. My first husband, I was married and retired from the Air Force 27 years. Got divorced, remarried. I've been married for 24 years and live half my time in Ohio, half my time in Florida. And I have 5 kids, close to 20 grandkids, and 7 great-grandkids. And we have, yeah, I have plenty of people to go visit. They're great family, and I've had a great life. And I'm so glad I could come here and stay with your sister and be able to come to this. I flew here from Ohio.
Your sister needs to come.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that you had another 59 graduate, Nancy. You know that?
Yeah, class of 59, married, have 2 daughters, 3 granddaughters, and a grandson. So.
And what is your name?
Carol Osborne Marshall. Marshall.
She is too, also an Osborne.
Yes.
There you go, sisters.
Yes, we're sisters.
We have one other sister, she's younger.
And she was 8 years behind me at Fort Jackson.
Wow.
So we're all Tarpons.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My wife Priscilla. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here in Orleans and Jefferson Parish. Tulane graduate. We have 4 daughters that are LSU graduates. That's rough. Paying for all that. But I don't do surgery anymore, but I do active office practice. So if anybody has trouble with their bones and joints, except for one bone.
Is that a bone?
It used to be. This is my wife Priscilla. She'll tell you about grandkids.
We have 8 grandchildren and 1 on the way. We just found out our 42-year-old daughter is expecting. So we hope everything will go well. We have a home here. We have a home in Pensacola, and we enjoy visiting with our children and our grandchildren.
One other thing I'd like to say, Laura Lee, I have to thank you, your husband, for training me when I was a resident of Oxnard. He taught me how to operate them, necks and backs. And we have quite a few athletes from Tulane in this audience. Got Cal Rose Cup basketball, got Wilbur and Cameron, Tulane football, myself basketball. I don't know if anybody else, but Don, baseball, right? So we're Tulane's well represented. It's a good school.
I'm Diane Shake Philpott. I graduated in '56, and I'm so happy that Dick and Nancy invited us here today because it's been wonderful. We have 3 children, 6 grandchildren. We lived outside of New Orleans for 20 years in different states. My husband's a ceramic engineer, and we went to all these plants making bathroom pictures. Well, he did, I didn't. I taught school for 3 years, first grade, in South Carolina and in Louisiana. We have 6 grandchildren, and they live all over. The oldest is 22, and the youngest is 13. So we enjoy having whatever. I took care of 6 of them when they were younger, and that was something. But anyway, last 57 years, like I said, we moved all over. I did get to travel with my husband to Europe and China and all different places all over the world when he went to on business. And when he came back, we were so glad to get back. I'd been wanting to come back for years when I left. In fact, I told him, I said, I don't want to give it to a real estate, let's sell it ourselves. And I thought maybe it would take a little longer. We sold it in 2 weeks. We were the only house on the block that wasn't by a real estate agent. Other than that, we've had a wonderful life, and did I introduce you?
Well, I don't think Eric's bashful, so Eric, why don't you go ahead and say hello? He's a St. Martin.
I just wanted to say one thing to our doctor friend over there. I played football in high school and college at a little school named Clemson. But this guy has worked on both feet, my shoulder, and replaced my hip over the years to keep me playing tennis. Thank you.
Right. Except the one wrong.
All right. Thank you.
This is my husband, Neil Kubian. Today's his birthday.
Thank everybody for supporting.
Thank you very much. 39, huh?
It's also our son's birthday today. But we have 2 children and 2 grandchildren. The youngest is only 14 months old. And what else? We've been married 56 years. And glad to be here also. I've mostly always worked in the insurance field. And I worked with Dick Juge at Liberty Mutual many years ago.
I was going to mention, you didn't work for me, I worked for you.
I would think. Okay.
But that was it.
I thank you for keeping track of us, who left, and now last man standing, I guess. But my wife and I will be married 61 years and 7 weeks. We have 5 children, 10 grandchildren. We have 2 families of grandchildren. We have grandchildren, 8 of them between 22 and 32 years of age. And we have twin granddaughters who are 6. It's like starting all over again. You need to know that some of the best teaching years of my life were at Fortier. It was a lot of fun because I didn't have to do all the work. The students did the work, which was always nice to see them progress. And having left Fortier, I was at McDonough 15 as a principal, integrated McDonough 19 as principal at McBain, and then went to central office. And now I'm serving as a chaplain in a nursing home in New Orleans East. And It's been a good life. And I thank you all for reminding us to come back and say hello to each other. It's nice to see you. Thank you. And there is a question that Aaron wrote in the Old Testament that says, "May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace." The erotic blessing for all of you until we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm class 55. My wife Shirley, 52 years, is class 56.
We have one son and 3 granddaughters. 2 finished college. The little one is 11 years old now. And I was a nurse up until I retired in 2005. And it's so wonderful to be here with everyone. Thank you for having this.
I finished law school at Tulane along with Cameron and Jay Carno. I don't know if anybody else has a law degree here. Spent my life in the oil and gas business and retired this year from independent oil company as the president. So I'm glad to see everybody.
From Fortier, probably one of the few girls that attended back then for at least 1 year before it went into whatever it is now. And I remember those days royally. Ms. Gauthier and the other old ladies and older teachers. Just enjoyed myself very much at Fortier when it finally integrated. I was with the archery group and then the sailing club with Tulane, and then after that I started flying. I started flying with National Airlines. I was flying in and out of Cuba when Castro took it over, and then went over to Pan Am. And in the Vietnam War out there, and then was flying for about 50 years. And then finally got tired of that and retired about 2 years ago. And now I'm volunteering work up at Children's Hospital and doing all sorts of idiot things with tour guides and whatnot around the city. I've just been a busy 50 years and enjoying myself very much. I think that's about all.
Thank you, Frank. Drag him up. You can't drag him up.
Well, I'll tell you a sad story. Michelle and I and Jim went out to eat last night, and he has food poisoning, so he wanted to make a comment. We're celebrating our 3rd anniversary here this week, so I'm hoping he's better when I get back to the hotel. We live now in Clemson, South Carolina, and I really want to talk to Eric afterwards. We moved there in 2006 after Hurricane Katrina, but we had lived in Mississippi and West after 4 children moved. We have 4 children, 3 boys and a girl, and we have 4 grandsons and 3 granddaughters. And the reason we moved to Clemson was because our 2 older children lived there, and we have 5 grandchildren there. And we love New Orleans. We like to come back. We come back for a month in January and stay on the coast. So we keep up. We still have to.
Y'all snowbirds.
Yeah, we are snowbirds. But we really, Jim and I love to come to these reunions, but he really enjoys it almost as much as I do. And I think everybody looks so good. I was a little hesitant to come because I missed the 2010. It's just a wonderful thing to be here. And I will say, along with Jay, that we had a wonderful grammar school education back here, and we often stayed here twice. And it's just delightful to be here. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, I was the last one to graduate, so I'm the last one to get the star, and I'm used to it being Alexander. So, this is my wife, Kay. We've been married 52 years. We have 3 children, 1 girl, 2 boys, and 4 grandchildren, 3 girls and 1 boy. I also graduated from Tulane in business administration. I've been an accountant for 45, 50 years, whatever. still have a few more tax clients, but I lose 1 or 2 each year. We traveled made pretty many trips through the United States over the years. We love to travel, but it's getting old now. So I went to Tulane, but the kids went to LSU. My heart's with Tulane, but my money went to LSU. Nice being here, and appreciate the committee.
Well, we thank you.